Hello folks, it's me again, the Paranormal Biker. I posted something on Facebook the other day. It was not that I needed to know because I didn't know. It was more I just wanted to know what everybody's thoughts on what's the difference between a ghost hunter or a paranormal investigator, if there was any difference, or if you thought there was a difference. I got some weird responses. I got some that I expected, some I didn't expect, and just I didn't like what I was seeing. I got one response that really kind of bothered me bad, but we won't go into that. My opinion on the ghost hunter versus paranormal investigator, as most of you know, a ghost hunter is just out there just to find the ghost, just to catch the EVP, just to catch the apparition. A paranormal investigator is, in my opinion, and after doing a little bit of thought and stuff on it, an investigator just does just that. He investigates. He wants to know why it's there, what's causing it to be there, all the ins and outs of everything. From what I am seeing on YouTube from everybody, including some people that claim to be, I've got all these years of experience, so I'm a paranormal investigator, or researcher, or whatever you want to call yourselves. The most famous K2 meter, it's got all the little pretty lights on it. They go over all the way, green, yellow, orange, and red. Do you know why they go to red? Okay, we know the theory behind, we know what they say it does, but how do they know? How do you know? You don't. It's just got a bunch of pretty lights on it that goes off at every little remote controls, for your TVs, remote controlled openers for your cars, your walkie-talkies, your cell phones, microwave ovens. Do you know why the light's going off when you're doing an investigation? You ain't got a clue. You don't have nothing else to tell you why it's going off. It goes all the way over to red. Oh my God, I caught a spirit. There's paranormal activity. We got more little toys. Every one of us, me included, have all these little toys. They got all these fancy little lights and beepers and buzzes and rattles and shakes. None of us know why they're going off. We don't. There's probably a select few out there that are actually what I would consider investigators. I'm sorry if this is going to make a bunch of people mad. It's just way, my opinion about it, but all of us has got all these little lights and gadgets and stuff that go off, and right away we think, oh, there's paranormal activity. Again, we're not trying to find out what's causing them to go off. Why they're going off. All we're going by is what whoever made them is telling us. Where's their information at? Why is that not? It might be public. I just haven't found any of it yet. I mean, there's so many gadgets out there. I mean, and it just, we have not a clue why this stuff is going. Why it's lighting up. Or again, I know I keep repeating myself. We're not investigating why it's going off. What caused it to go off? Some of us don't even care. All we care about, oh, the light went off, there's paranormal activity. And I keep seeing these claims on YouTube and on Facebook and stuff. There's all kinds of apps out there now for your phone and computers and stuff like that. And they make all the claims of, communicate with the dead, talk to the spirits and stuff. Well, how do they know that's who they're communicating with? How do you know? I mean, did something come down and say, look, I'm Abraham Lincoln's ghost. This is how we're going to communicate. Just all the claims that people are making just to sell this stuff to us, and we're just taking it. Yeah, that's it. Like I said, there's probably a very select few people that are actually investigating why things. Why is the atmosphere changing? Well, how is it changing? What happens when it does change? What's the readings when it? It's just. I'd almost bet 75 to 80% of the people out there don't don't know nothing, don't care. All they care about is their little red light goes off, it turns to green, or turns for the green turns to red. That's all anybody's worried about. We get to EVPs. I mean, is that really? Are we really talking to dead people? We don't know. But boy, we sure had put it up. I'm in, right there with everybody else. Throw it up there on YouTube. Look what I caught. We're not investigating why it's happening. So as far as I'm concerned, the biggest percent of us are only ghost hunters. Doesn't matter if you've been doing this for 1 year, 20 years. If you're not trying to find out why this stuff is happening, in my opinion, you're just still a ghost hunter. You're not an investigator. You might go in and research and see how old the property is, if there's any burial ground. I mean, okay, yeah, that's researching, the property, but you're not investigating why things are happening. Why are these meters going off, and are they really going off like they claim? None of us got a clue, It just, we got the K2s with the lights, the paracorders, the REM pods and E pod. Everything's got lights on. I don't want to sit here and tell, I'm not trying to bash these products. I'm guilty to buying them too, we just don't know what's making them go off, and I don't see how people are able to make the claim that communicate with the dead, communicate with spirits, and then they sell you this stuff, and we're buying it $50-$60 a pop, and then all we do is go out and just watch the little lights go off. My question to everybody, my challenge to everybody, let's try to find out, let's do more than jump at the first red light and call it paranormal activity. Let's try to find out what's causing it to go off. Do your own debunking. Are you in a neighborhood working a K2? The next door neighbor might have flipped it to ESPN and watched the Super Bowl, and your K2 meter went over to red. It's not a spirit. Let's try to be use a little more common sense about this stuff. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you've done 4 investigations or 400 investigations. Common sense, people. Common sense. And I'm trying to rework how I do my investigations. Like I said, in my opinion, I used to always like to call myself a paranormal investigator because I thought it just sounded more dignified. I guess that's wrong in me, but as far as I'm concerned, all we are is ghost hunters. If you don't have what it takes, if you don't have the money to buy the equipment, which I do not, to actually monitor the atmosphere, monitor the electrons and protons and all that other goobly gop that's floating around in the air that changes when something happens, all we're doing is waiting for a red light to turn green or a green light to turn red. And we're just ghost hunters. Sorry if that pisses a bunch of people off, so I'm not here to... I just don't want to be blowing smoke up anybody's ass anymore. That's the way I feel about it, and I hope that after you get done being mad at me, you actually sit and think about what I said, and, that's just the way I think about it. If this is all we're using, it's just this stuff here, and just waiting for the lights to turn green or turn red, purple, orange, whatever color they are. If that's all we're doing is ghost hunting. Folks, I'm Dottie Dixon, the Paranormal Biker. Hope you continue to watch me. Peace out.